Hello, my name is David Burke. I'm a student at the American College of Education. And as part of our qualitative research program, we're going to take a look here a little bit closer today at case studies and how they're used in qualitative research. Case studies have an interesting history. They originated in the 1800s, early on used as a way to enrich the understanding of statistics, which sounds a lot like a mixed methodology. Later in the 1800s at Harvard, they were using regular pedagogy and definitions and terms to learn the law. They started studying cases that had been already judged in the courts. Then finally, it's seen as a little bit of a predecessor to the grounded theory model because it's so immersive, and you get right into a specific situation and you really study it, and you kind of let the data tell the story, similar to the grounded theory. What is a case study method? Well, it immerses the researcher into the real life context of the place, the people, the phenomena that's being studied. And because you're so immersed, there's not really a distinction between what you're studying and the context in which you're studying it. So multiple subjects and multiple sources are often used to sort of triangulate the understanding of the phenomenon in question. There are different kinds of case studies, and typically you'll see them used in combinations to get some of those additional perspectives. Some of these terms here might be self-evident in terms of an in-depth study of, again, going deep into the understanding and the minutia of the situation, or collective, where you're looking at a couple of case studies and you're bringing together you're extrapolating what you learned on all of them and putting them together into a final understanding. A bounded system is defined by a specific time and place. Multiple sources is exactly what we're talking about as far as a triangulation and really validating your understanding. You might be talking about different people, different sources of data. The case description is really the statement of the facts, and the themes are what the researcher is going to pull out of all of this information and try to find the common thread or the theme that is the ultimate conclusion of the case study process. Speaking of the process, 6 steps have been defined here. Really, you want to set up your question and really define what exactly it is you're studying. Qualitative analysis allows for a little bit more flexibility in terms of telling a narrative. So you really want to define, what you're looking for, and then in step 2, that's when you pick your setting, pick your situation, and begin those data gathering and analysis techniques. For instance, interviews or surveys or focus groups. These are some common go-to strategies for collecting information in a qualitative case study. So a lot of that involves preparation, and you have to be prepared. You want to be over-prepared, really, when you're collecting the data, and then it's time to analyze it. There's a number of tools that you can use to break down the language used by your subjects. You're going to analyze really on a line-by-line basis at some point and really pull out key wording and key phrasing to get the most understanding that you can. And then finally, you pull out those themes and you support them in the final report, possibly a dissertation, where you're pulling out the key ideas from the case study which you conducted. These are some resources, and there are many more available, but hopefully this has given you a quick overview and some understanding of case studies and a qualitative methodology.